Ah, that's much better. It's always better when the sound is turned on. Anyone see a cantor around here? We need a cantor. No, that's Theodore Herzl. Has anyone seen a cantor around here? No? Barbara!
Hello!
Barbara, come on up. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Barbara Streisand.
My people!
Now, Barbara, we only have a founder of the Jewish people here. We don't have a cantor, so I'd like you to chant the first verse of Book of Esther for me.
Hebrew or English?
We'll do that later. Go sit down. I could feel the panic seeping through all of a sudden. To have hair again. I don't quite know what to do with it. Welcome to Shushan for another wonderful telling of the Book of Esther. Thank you, Piano Dave. Aww. Do you want to build a snowman? Papa, can you hear me? Oh, this is going to get tired soon. A few ground statements before we begin. There are a few words to look out for in tonight's Megillah reading. They are Mordechai. Wonderful. They are Esther. Woo. They are Haman. As they used to say in my camp back in Egypt, when the staff goes up, the mouths go shut. Okay. So let's try that again. Haman. Okay, let me go over this thing about the staff going up again. When the staff goes up, that means shh. So let's practice. Haman. 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 All right. They came pre-trained. Wonderful. We begin on page 1.
Vayehi b'mei Achashverosh, hu Achashverosh hamalech mehodu v'ad Kush, sheva ve'esrim u'me'am medina bayamim hahem keshevet hamelech Achashverosh al kisei malchuto asher v'shushan habira.
Now, it happened in the 3rd year of the king's reign that Achashverosh, thank you, it's a repeat offender over here, threw the grandest party in all the empire. All the nobles, aristocrats, generals of the army, diplomats, and governors were summoned to the palace grounds. For 180 days, the royal banquet continued without pause. With the regal splendor of Persia was displayed. Food and wine flowed as a mighty river. The royal gardens were draped in curtains of white and blue linen, with borders of purple, and suspended from marble pillars by silver rods. Now the king summoned Vashti, the queen, so that his subjects might behold the beauty of the queen.
But Vashti sent word that she would not appear, and the king became enraged. Shall the royal wife inform the monarch that she will not attend his state banquets? And the king consulted with his advisors as to what should be done. And they replied,
"What if the queen's conduct became known throughout the empire? Surely Persia's husbands would be humiliated daily. Let the king decree that Vashti's pass another to one more deserving than she." This would be the very first recorded version of the hashtag #MeToo, by the way. I'm just pointing that out. Our book, very progressive and advanced for its age. "And so it was decreed, and so it came to pass." Another way to say it is, "So let it be written, so let it be done." That there was a vacancy in the royal house.
"I need a queen, a nice new queen, to sit beside me on the throne. And if she's very nice indeed, I give her half of the things I own. I've looked at so many maids with black or red or golden hair, but this one shouts and this one pouts, and so far none of these I care. You are nice, so very nice. Sweet Esther, will you be my bride? So here's the throne, and half I own, and 120 lands beside." In Shushan, the streets were alive with excitement. The old queen gone, a new candidate to be chosen for the royal harem.
Many an eager maiden paraded outside the palace grounds to come under the king's approving eye.
But alas, most succeeded only in dwindling their lovely days into evening,
And returning to the relentless chores of hearth and home. Now it came to pass that Esther decided to... Esther's pretty great. I just happen to think so. Maybe because, I'm her. But thank you all for coming to hear my story told this year. Thank you. So, Esther, thank you, decided to dine with Mordecai.
No!
Also pretty great. At the royal court where he presided as magistrate.
And as she passed through the corridor of the king's house, the keeper of the harem looked up and knew at once that the king's search for a queen had ended.
Esther did not keep her luncheon date with Mordecai. She was whisked into the king's chambers, and there she stood before the admiring eyes of Ahasuerus. Ahasuerus, was dumbstruck and exclaimed, "By the living gods, not one in 1,000 has the beauty and appearance of this girl." Well, thank you. "She is a royal dream come true. Keeper of the harem, bring regal garments and ointments as befit a queen, and set this woman upon the throne of Persia as my wife." That's my real engagement story, in case anyone wanted to know. "And let there be a banquet this night, such as there has never been in all the empire, a feast in honor of Esther." Thank you, my new queen, so let it be done by order of the king.
Chag Purim, Chag Gadol hu LaYehudim, Masechot Ra'ashanim, Zemirot Rikudim, Cha-cha-cha, Havanarisha, Rash, 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 Havanarisha, Rash, 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 Havanarisha, Rash, 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 Bararashanim.
And so it was done by the order of the king. Is it okay if I don't sing? I don't really sing, but I'm happy to play Barbara today.
You told me you'd be singing.
Yet in all the excitement, Esther neglected to tell the king.
Matt, I changed my mind. You don't have to sing.
Wait. You don't bring me flowers.
I don't know that one.
You don't sing me love songs.
Again, I don't know it.
You are so
Yeah, and-
young.
Yet in all the excitement, Esther neglected to tell the king that hers was the household of Israel, that she was Jewish. She was not sure that this mattered, but she would tell the king. Then again, what might the consequences be? Perhaps she would let the matter rest, at least for a while.
Ben hamdat ha'agagi vayenasehu vayasem et kiso me'a kol hasavim asher ito.
A test for you. E equals? You're welcome for that. Yes? Okay. Now, after these things, the king appointed himself a new prime minister, Haman. Son of Hammedatha, an Agagite, and he was to be second only to the king. And those who stood guard at the king's gates bowed low before Haman. All bowed. All, that is, but Mordecai.
He alone would not bend his face to the ground.
And when Haman ouch! You okay? She hit herself with her. Okay. Haman saw all but Mordecai bowed. He became enraged, incensed, inflamed, out of his mind. And he returned quickly to the palace to meet the king.
And Haman asks, Your Majesty, there are these Jews, a strange people, who have infiltrated our land. Their customs are different than those of normal people, and they refuse to obey the king's laws. They do not even respect the person of prime minister. Now it is not worth the king's effort to trouble with them, so let a decree go forth that these Jews will be, shall we say, liquidated, all of them.
Ooh.
That doesn't sound too good.
No.
I don't think I like this plan. No. I will gladly reimburse the treasury for loss of their taxes.
Before we begin, a very important lesson for all you youngsters with phones. Don't leave them out because you don't know who will find them. Matt, I've given you 800 selfies. Your phone storage is full.
He's not lying. No.
The king agreed to Haman's wishes. And even refused to accept the offer of 10,000 talents of silver. I have no idea what that equals right now. And the decree was so, and it was sent throughout the land.
Once there was a wicked, wicked man, and Haman was his name, sir. He would have murdered all the Jews,
though
they were not to blame, sir. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be, and not some humming Tasha. And Esther was the lovely queen, a king Ahasuerus. When Haman said he'd kill us all, oh my, how he did scare us. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Hey, oh, today. Hey. But Mordecai, her cousin, bold said, Oi, what a dreadful chutzpah! If gifts
Guns
were but invented now, this Haman I would do. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Hey, hey, oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be.
And not some Momentation.
Yeah. Vayehi beyom hashlishi. Vatilbash Esther Malchut Vatamod Bechatzer Beit HaMelech Hapnimit Nochach Beit HaMelech VeHaMelech Yosef Al Kisei Malchuto Beveit HaMalchut Nochach Petach HaBayit.
The next morning, Mordecai, while on his way to court, passed through the main gate towards the gardens. As he cut across the path leading to the chamber court, he overheard two guards speaking in hushed tones, plotting to kill King Ahasuerus. Thank you.
Oh no. Mordecai immediately understood the meaning of these words and the danger it would cause for the king. King Ahasuerus.
Bless you.
Thank you very much. So he made it known to the king all that transpired. King Ahasuerus was saved.
I think my son is having some trust issues with me right now. A few days later, the proclamation prepared by Haman was sent. Throughout the country. When Mordecai heard it, he immediately went to Queen Esther and asked her to go before the king and tell of Haman's dirty plot.
That was pretty scary, and Esther was frightened. Whoever appears before the king without permission will be put to death. But Mordecai, he insisted. He knew that Esther was destined, thank you, to save the Jews, that she must act, even risking her own life. What? Risking her own life.
Esther drew near.
Woohoo!
Esther drew near to the king, and he put forth his specter. What is your wish, dear Queen Esther? Yes.
I asked the king and Haman to come to a banquet that I prepared in their honor. That was nice of me. Then she would make her request. What excitement! Haman. He was thrilled. He immediately went home and told his family about the special invitation, but he also told them about Mordecai, the Jew who sat at the king's gate and refused to bow to Haman.
His wife Zeresh suggested, let a gallows he made, and in the morning speak to the king and arrange to have Mordecai hanged. And Haman was exceedingly pleased.
Balaylahu, Nadada, Shinat HaMelech, Vayomer Lahavi, Et Sefer HaZichrunot, Divrei Hayamim, Vayu Nikraim, Lifnei HaMelech.
That night the king could not sleep. In his restlessness, he called for his book of records and discovered that he had not appropriately thanked Mordecai for saving his life.
The next morning, he asked Haman, what should be done to a man the king wants to honor?
Haman thought the honor was for himself.
Let the man to be honored wear royal robes and ride the king's best horse.
And it was so. The following day, Haman, quite unhappy, led Mordecai
Yay!
through the streets of Shushan. Mordecai
Yay!
was dressed in robes of blue and scarlet. He sat upon the beautiful white horse of King Ahasuerus.
Okay, I want to ask that all those nice-looking Jews in costume get on up and let's go for a parade!
Man! 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 He wanted everybody to bow. He wanted everybody to serve. Big boss man from Shushan, the loudest big mouth in the land. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. But Morty didn't know how to bow, and Morty didn't know how to serve. That big boss man from Shushan, the loudest big mouth in the land. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Keep playing.
See Mommy in Russia? Mommy, wait for Mommy. Oh my goodness. Whew. Here is warm. I'm falling apart. Oh, don't look behind the curtain. All right, there we go. Not disturbing at all. Okay, we are on page 10.
Vayavo hamelech v'haman. Lishtotem Esther hamalka. Vayomer hamelech le'Esther. Gam bayom hasheni b'misheh hayayin. Masha elatech. Esther hamalka. Vatina ten lach. Uma vakashatech. Ad chatzi hamalchut. V'te'as.
I still don't think he knows who I am. On that day, King Ahasuerus... Oh, nope, wrong page.
Haman.
I almost let you out of here 10 minutes early. Whew. The next day, Haman... Who's Haman? A very bad man. And King Ahasuerus came to Queen Esther's.
Yay!
The king was very pleased and asked Queen Esther
Yay!
to make any wish she pleased.
Queen
Esther
said,
Let my life be saved, and my people as well. For we have been sold to be destroyed, to be slain, and to perish.
Then King Ahasuerus asked Queen Esther, Who has done this evil thing?
And Esther said,
It is.
Amen!
What? Needless to say, Haman. Well, he was terrified. King Ahasuerus ordered his advisor to be hanged on the gallows that his advisor had built for Mordecai. And it was so.
All right. What's the country? Haman was a high and mighty love. Shoo, long ago. He ordered Mordecai to take his derby off. Shoo, long ago. So we sing. So we sing. So we sing and raise a roll. For Haman he was swinging while Mordecai was singing. Shoo, long ago. But Mordecai sat and laughed in his face. And shoo, long ago. So Haman swore he'd exterminate his race. Shoo, long ago. So we sing. So we sing. So we sing and raise a row. Raise a row. Haman he was singing while Mordecai was singing. Shoo, long ago. Oh, Esther was a timid little maid. And shoo, long ago. But Mordecai told her she needn't be afraid. Shoo, long ago. And so we sing. So we sing. So we sing and raise a row. Haman he was swinging, while Mordecai was singing. Shusha, shusha, long ago. Achashverosh was a jolly little king. Shusha, shusha, long ago. He ordered Haman to take a little swing. And shusha, shusha, long ago. So we sing, so we sing, so we sing and raise a row. For Haman he was swinging, while Mordecai was singing. Shusha, shusha, long ago.
Page 12.
Bayom hahu Natan Hamelach Achashverosh LaEsther Hamalka Et Beit Haman Sorer HaYehudim Mordechai ba lefnei HaMelech Ki higida Esther Mahula.
On that day, King Ahasuerus, thank you so much. I must be my allergies or something, I don't know. Gave the household of Haman to the Jews. Esther, a bit more brave than before, asked the king to reverse his decision against the Jews. But
King Ahasuerus could not do this, as it was against the law to reverse a decree of the king.
Instead, he allowed Mordecai to call upon the Jews to defend themselves. And they did. And no Jew in all of Persia was killed. Woohoo!
Utsu waits of it too far. Dabru davar velo yakum. Utsu waits of it too far. Dabru davar velo yakum. Ki Emmanuel. Utsu waits of it too far. Dabru davar velo yakum. Double time now. Utsu waits of it too far.
Dabru daver velo yakum.
Utsu waits of it too far. Dabru davar velo yakum ki Emmanuel. Utsu waits of it too far. Dabru davar velo yakum ki Emmanuel. Double time. Utsu waits of it too far. Dabru davar velo yakum. Vitsu far. Dabru davar velo yakum ki Emmanuel. Utsu waits of it too far. Dabru davar velo yakum ki Emmanuel. Utsu waits of it too far. Dabru davar velo yakum. Utsu waits of it too far. Dabru davar velo yakum ki Emmanuel. Utsu waits of it too far. Dabru davar velo yakum ki Emmanuel.
Now, we are getting very close to one of the most important parts of the evening. We're going to finish page 13. Then I'm going to say a few words about the big blue elephant in the room. And then we'll do our closing song. And during the closing song, we'll take care of that thing over there.
Okay,
So, page 12 on the bottom.
O Vishnayim Asar Chodesh Hu Chodesh Adar
I scared her.
Asar Yom Vo Asher Higia Bar HaMelech Vidato Lahe Asot Bayom Asher Shiro Oivei HaYehudim Lishlot Bahem V'nafochu Asher Yishalmu HaYudim Hema V'Soneihem.
My son just turned to me and said, "Where's my daddy?" Oh, I've got a scare for him in about 15 minutes. In the month of Adar, on the 14th day, the Jews of Persia celebrated with great rejoicing because Haman was destroyed, and the Jews had been saved.
Yay! From then on, these days became known as Purim, after the name of Pur, which means lot.
From then on, Mordecai proclaimed that the Jews should celebrate these days every year and in every generation with every family in every province in every city.
Woo! And it was so. Mordecai, the Jew, saved his people. Esther, queen of Ahasuerus, saved her people. The people of Israel live.
Woo!
Yay!
Now, a few words, because I know once that thing happens, no one's paying attention anymore. A few thank yous for tonight. Thank you to Michael, Piano Dave, Kevin, Canarod, and all of our Purim people throughout this last week. The Purim Spiel players, the extravaganza coordinators, and volunteers. This has been a tremendous, tremendous holiday, and I want to thank you all for it, our custodians, our staff, everybody. In particular, I want to also thank Barb Sigmund. She is the balloon maven. My kids don't say, "When is the Megillah reading?" They say, "When is the balloon drop?" Let's be honest, for all the kids in the room, reading the Megillah is just the vehicle to get to the balloons. Yeah. I'm not lying, I'm Moses. So, a couple of things about the balloons. When we let them fall, there's more than enough balloons. There are 613 balloons in that net for the 613 found within my 5 books. Just imagine this. Barb just did her 29th balloon drop. 613 balloons over 29 years. Somebody figure out how many balloons. A lot. So, when they fall, to help pick them all up, you're going to pop them. For every 18, 36, 72, 100 and something, you'll get a reward, a treat, a candy treat. So make sure that you pick up as many pieces as you can, and you will get rewarded. But make sure that you are a mensch and not a behemoth when you're picking up those balloons. And let's cue the music!
Elimelech of Gilhofen drank L'chaim once too often,
Drank L'chaim and became a trifle gay. So he put his studies by, tipped his hat and crossed the knot, and he
called for his fiddlers to play. Well, the fiddler took his fiddle, put his bow across the middle, and the fiddle fiddled out a little.
And also a big thank you to Ruthie Haas for blowing up all these balloons.
Elimelech bounced just like a toy balloon. Elimelech, feeling frisky, took another drop of whiskey, tried to up and down his gullet, did it go? Called each friend and each relation to his war celebration till he roared for the piper to blow. Well, the piper tweedle tweeted and the fiddle it repeated, fiddle diddle fiddle diddle fiddle dee. When the piper tweedle tweeted and the fiddle it repeated, Elimelech was beside himself with glee. And then he drank.
What? Yeah, let him go. Let it rip.
Well, the drummy beat it, and the piper
Here it
tweedle
goes.
tweeted, and the fiddle it repeated its encore. Oh, the drummer tweedle tweeted, and the fiddle it repeated. Melech must have began to snore. Oh, what happened and go huffing just when drinking back too often, and there's only one thing more that must be said. At your first celebration, use a
Chag Purim
or you wind up with a grogger for a head.
There are lots of balloons on the bima.
Oh, is that yours? They're playing Ellie Mellis.
You're going to want to find Barb Sigmund in the back to get your candy. Chag Purim Sameach. I'll see you at the carnival on Sunday.